Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Monmate Master once again. I haven't played in a little bit, I will not lie to you. You can see my power is decently low as the game has recently already came out like a month ago and I kinda stopped for like a week. But today I come to you with a very good trick which was a thing back in Legend of Mushroom, and given that this game is basically just a copy-paste of Legend of Mushroom in so many aspects, the same thing is going to be applying, and if you start following this trick right now, you are going to be so much better off down the line as the weeks progress, and eventually you will be able to claim yourself a free mount. So let's go and find out what it is. Alright, so let's keep it simple, right? You remember those events that come around pretty much every weekend in Legend of Mushroom. Does it look anything similar to this? Yes, of course it does, right? We are talking about, I don't even know actually what's it called in Legend of Mushroom, not gonna lie, but it's literally the same thing, right? It's even the same interface. So what happens here is that you got over here, whatever this resource is called, spin tickets, which by the way you can also buy as you go here to the value gift bag, right? So it's literally the same as Legend of Mushroom, although for this one there is a treasure pass, right? So this event is only gonna be up for a couple days, and the good thing about it is that of course you do have a big prize from just rolling yourself at least, what is it, 100 draws. Eventually you're going to be getting this guaranteed, right? Of course you can get it before that, since there is over here a chance breakdown of getting any of these rewards, right? So of course you are hoping to be getting the new mount over here, the llama, right? So we can expect most likely to have multiple kinds of rewards coming out of this. And yeah, back in Legend of Mushroom we had the same event, right? There's some well, in Legend of Mushroom it was called back attachments, there was artifacts, and of course there was also mounts. We will see what kind of rewards come out of this event in this game in particular. For now, we have this llama, which we can of course go ahead and check out. It's a cool mount. You can also preview. There we go. We just preview what it does. It does give you some team final damage as well as team final damage reduction. And then it has an effect every 12 seconds. Speed at the random enemy, reducing their P resistance or E resistance by 15% for 3 seconds. So they're just going to be taking some more damage, right? So it's a pretty simple effect. Of course, these mounts are considered almost free to play, even though you can buy them right now. And if you want to know why they are considered free to play, is because, well, you're going to be needing a bunch of resources every event, right? And you can get those resources by either doing some quests, which you can only complete once during the duration of the entire event, and you're going to be getting a bunch, like a 2 or 4, couple of them every different event you're going to be doing, right? And the amounts that you are getting, as well as the amounts required and the sources of these amounts, are literally copy-paste from Legend of Mushroom. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if the code for this game is literally the same. Of course, there's some new additions and some changes to it, but most of the code for this game is probably just like Legend of Mushroom, right? So what's happening here is that you're going to be getting these resources, right? We got 6 over there right now, and I was using some of them at first, and then I realized this is exactly like Legend of Mushroom, right? So what happens and what's the cool trick is that even though the event is going to be expiring in 2 days and 9 hours, and by the way, I didn't really get much out of this roll, so there we go. Most of the time you're going to be getting pretty much crap. You can save up these resources, right, whatever they're called, the spin tickets, in between events, right? So this time around, the event is live for a couple days. The thing about this is, it will be coming back eventually, right? So maybe like next week, or usually in Legend of Mushroom it used to be every 2 weeks, and the event used to come in the weekends. So you can see over here it's different in that regard, because it's not the weekend just yet here while I'm recording this video, right? So you can expect this same event to be coming back in probably, I would say, 2 weeks, right? I don't know if there's a calendar for this game. So in 2 weeks, you will be having another set of missions that you can complete from scratch, right? It's going to be the same missions from scratch, and you're going to be able to get, what is it? I think it's like 40 something of these in total, right? You can accumulate about 40 something and maybe even 50. I'm not going to be counting them, but usually that is how many you could get. I think it was like 42 every time, every week, or every time this event come around in Legend of Mushroom. So if you're getting 42 every 2 weeks, right, you can add that up, and eventually, in a couple months, I think it was like 3.5 months, something like that. I am not going to be doing these maths. Eventually, you would be able to accumulate 500 of these tickets, right? In Legend of Mushroom, it was coins. So you will eventually be able to afford whatever the reward for that week will be for free, literally, because you're going to be guaranteed to get it. Now, of course, these rewards are going to be changing from week to week, or every time the event comes around, it's going to be a different one. So we will need to see what the whole roster of the rewards coming from this event are going to be, because these will also cycle through, right? I am expecting it to be exactly the Legendary Mushroom. So eventually this is going to be repeating, and you will be able to even eventually choose between a different array of rewards, right? So for the first couple weeks, it's only going to be a single choice, right? So either you try your luck or you buy yourself to it, but eventually you will be able to have 3 choices every time this event comes around, and even then you will be wanting to see what the whole array of different rewards you can get out of this are going to be, because, well, you want to be spending your resources, which are going to be taking a long time to accumulate, in the right rewards, which you will be actually able to use in your class, because some of these rewards will only really be useful or good for one class in particular. So of course you can also get lucky and get it before the minimum, or rather the top or guaranteed amount of draws. So if that is the case, you might be even able to get it before you get to 500. I don't know, you could pull it in a single roll if you were extremely lucky, but of course the chance is really, really low, right? So yes, the best way of getting these rewards totally for free, right, just copy paste from Legendary Mushroom, is to wait for a couple months. I think it's between 3 and 4 months of saving up these resources, doing all the events, getting all the rewards out of the treasure hunt quest, just accumulating them and not using them, and eventually you will be able to claim yourself whatever reward you want out of this for free. Of course, yeah, again, you will need to be waiting for seeing which one is going to be worth getting, and eventually waiting for that one to come around in the event rotation, right? So there is a lot of ifs, but my go-to here, and what I really want to be stressing out, is that you are going to be guaranteed yourself a pay-to-win, I don't know, a reward which is going to be quite powerful. And if you are saving up and you are patient, you should be already saving up, and eventually you will be able to guarantee it to be getting it yourself for free, right? So that is the tip. Hopefully you are already saving up these whatever you call them, coins, spin tickets again, and eventually you will be able to find out which one you want and get it for free, like I will be doing, right? So I'll be saving them up myself, these tickets, from now on, right? So yeah, hopefully that's useful tip to you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and by the way, I do use Aptoide here. I also have a code which is in the screen that you might have already seen, and yeah, if you go ahead and use that in Aptoide, you're going to be able to get yourself an extra 5% bonus whenever buying anything within Monmate Master. So if you do so and you buy things in this game through Aptoide, you will be able to get extra bonuses and yada yada yada. That is going to be allowing you to get yourself better value for your money and being able to buy more things, right? If you already know Aptoide, you know the drill. I'll be doing some more explanation about this whole thing in a future video. For now, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. See you.